I already did. What's up, everybody? My name is Game Over, and welcome back to Tales of Algerath. So yeah, we're back with Tales of Algerath, and I am back with my lovely adventurers. Say hello.
Woo! Hi!
Hi, I'm back.
Digger is back.
Yeah.
Digger is back from the grave. What? Yes, Digger has been very busy with stuff, but now he's finally back, and he missed all of the epicness that happened in the previous episodes.
We didn't level up, did we?
The thing is, what do I say that Digger has been doing while you guys have been literally falling out of the sky?
He's been getting paid digging graves.
Where?
Right below them. It turns out when they're falling, they land specifically in them.
He was working part-time.
I thought he would do interdimensional travel.
As usual, I do not know if Limpton T is going to be joining us or not. He is kind of just on Discord, but somehow not here. We shall be going into Tales of Algerath nevertheless. I have zero clue what Fang Crew is.
He has schoolwork to do.
Okay, fair
he
enough.
He won't join us today or next week.
Okay, fair enough. Just means that I get to have a few sessions without the OP master. Yes! Yes! But yeah, are you guys now ready to jump in to Tales of Algerath?
Woo!
Please join me in the campaign chat.
Hi.
Taking a while for them to get in the room. There we go.
Give it a moment. I have especially janky time sometimes.
It's fine. So last time on Tales of Algerath was basically just a filler episode. You guys went to the Kingdom of the Air and basically just hanged out there. Mino talked to her family. You read some of the books that you got from the Kingdom of Technology about Mino's past.
Yes. Knowledge, the most powerful of weapons.
Yes.
That's not sarcasm.
So, but you guys have now decided to start moving towards Molten, the Kingdom of Fire, in order to see what is happening with the Resistance that is fighting for Minotaur freedom. And since that there is,
Revolution!
and since there is no Minotaur enslavement programs left, because you guys basically just took out the main base. We do not know what's gonna happen there.
Well, come to get my French accent ready.
So, you guys are now at the entrance to the Kingdom of
Level 14
you
now, aren't we?
you are now at the entrance to the Kingdom of Arius. The you're leaving at the moment with the supplies you need for about a 5-day journey. That's 5 days if you do not stop. And yeah, basically you've all said goodbye to Mino's family. Leroy, you said goodbye to the maid lady in your house. Basically, all said your goodbyes, all got really prepared, and you started your journey towards Molten.
Next time on Dragon Ball.
We just started!
I know.
We're not going to spend an entire episode at the entrance of the kingdom.
Sponsored by Bandai
It's not
Namco,
sponsored by nobody. We're not starting this again.
And
I swear, DMing for you guys, it's easy. Having you guys constantly say sponsorships is the hard part.
I am actually sponsored today.
I do
by
not believe
Bulk
you.
Grocery store.
I do not believe you for a second that you're sponsored.
I am. I get paid.
Hmm.
Surprise. I am actually sponsored.
Sponsor Man.
Yeah, well, I am not sponsored, so I don't think you should say your sponsorship in my video.
well, regardless, who cares?
I do. Anyway, so you guys started making your way to the Kingdom of Molten. It's been a couple of days of travel, but you finally are able to see the snowy mountain peak, where at the top of the mountain is Molten.
Ain't no mountain high enough. No
Except this mountain is.
I shall cast the one spell I know that will help in this situation.
Fireball?
Fly.
No, fireball. So
If I
mine
knew
bringing
fly,
up
that would be much more useful.
mine bringing up the fly spell in the campaign chat so I can read it.
I don't actually have fly.
Oh,
I was being funny.
Stupid question. Stupid question. You have
I do
a
have bugs
fucking
though.
flying ship.
yeah.
Why do we walk?
I
That's
don't
a-
know,
that's
you
a
guys
very
didn't tell
good
me.
point. I haven't been here since a while.
Do you guys want to take the flying ship?
Yes.
Alright. So
Or guys, shall we walk or take the flying ship?
it's like
Flying ship.
because Fang Pru is the captain of the ship. So without him here, guys won't get any of the bonuses from any of the cannonball things. But you guys can take the ship, it's fine. So you guys are able to fly the ship all the way over here. I'll say that your ship is able to fly over the Kingdom of Molten. I kind of have to guess because it's a mountain and there is a limit to how high you can fly your ship. But I will say you can fly it over the Kingdom of Molten. As you look down on the Kingdom of Molten, you can see what looks like fire. And from above, when you look at the ground, specifically the ground of the Kingdom of Molten, there are sort of red cracks forming underneath the mountain.
Oh no.
There's
See, this is why you should never trust a barbaric king.
So there are basically people running all over the place, and you can see what seems like faint silhouettes of Minotaurs, which could be the Minotaurs that you freed when you left the Kingdom of Molten.
One thing.
Who got
Kind of-
telescope?
I actually thought about it, but could it have been possible to read the book about the artifacts while we were flying? I mean, we at least flew for a few hours.
Yeah, that would make
It
sense.
was-
I would say you can.
And I was gonna ask if I could do some maintenance on Digger.
I was actually trying to find a way to tell you guys this about the artifacts, but I didn't know how to. This is the perfect time to actually tell you guys this, so bucker up, because we're about to hear a bucket load of plot. So once upon a time, the Kingdom of the artifacts were actually items that were used by Sorry, I just kind of had a blank.
It's okay.
Give it a moment.
The artifacts were actually once used by 5 heroes once upon a time. These heroes, they took these items and used them to basically save the world. Standard hero stuff. But these guys were known as heroes of legend because literally no one could hold a candle to them. No one understood why, but they didn't know that was because of these items. These items weren't normal. They weren't made by normal means. They were made by the ancient race years ago. Before they died, they created items that they thought would power a machine that would be able to help them escape whatever thing that was going to kill them, whether it was a person like poisoning them or if it was a disease that they could not escape. But hey Fang Pru. But basically uh, the artifacts didn't work, and they weren't able to power the machine, so they were lost to legend until the 5 heroes found these artifacts. A warlock uh, who used the power of the positive and negative orb in order to escape his patron and basically become his own person. The deck of cards used by a sorcerer to throw at his enemies, and it would cast different effects from him channeling his magic through the deck of cards. The artifacts were used in multiple different ways, and each one was correlated to a different kingdom. Later, these artifacts would be passed down as family heirlooms and eventually hit the people who would become the kings and queens of the kingdoms around here. The ancient ancestors of the kings and queens that you see now, they thought that the artifacts were way too powerful to be left in any competent race's hands. Basically, a couple of people tried to steal the artifact. One person actually did, and it caused massive havoc before they were able to turn him in. So they hid the artifacts, never to be seen. One person was actually able to collect all the artifacts after they were hidden. When that person did, they combined all the artifacts together in order to create an engine of pure destruction. Basically, if all the artifacts are combined together, they are able to turn the person who created it into essentially a monster, capable of destroying the entire world. The reason why the world isn't destroyed now isn't because a hero managed to defeat him. The power that that all the artifacts gave to that person, his body wasn't strong enough in order to hold all the power within him. So he ended up exploding. Like, not joking, he literally just exploded and he's gone. He did create some chaos, but his body wasn't a match to actually hold all the power in him. When he did explode, all the artifacts were scattered back to their original place of holding. So that's why they were there today. And now it seems like history is trying to repeat itself. That's basically all the book says.
And we still have... I want to continue with the story, because we still have the second book about Berlin and Thiele.
Ah, yes. So, do you want to read the book? Do you want to read the book on Ferlif and Thielif?
Yes.
Okay.
Information.
So, years ago, a child was born. A child that would change the destiny of the kingdom around him, for better or worse. He grew up as a normal royal child was, learned to respect his people, everything to do with that, except one thing was different around him. While other kingdoms would see stuff that would usually happen, people getting bullied out on the street, there's nothing you can do about that, people have their own free will, people ending up being homeless, people not being able to fend for themselves against monsters, wars between multiple kingdoms. He looked at those situations and he didn't understand why they were happening, why different parts of humanity would argue amongst each other, would end up getting into full fights and killing one another for this to happen. Upon the age of a teenager, he ended up trying to voice his opinion, trying to make people realize for themselves that what's happening is wrong and why is all this happening. He wanted to help, but no matter how much he could, there was no way of stopping every single person to stopping every single person from doing what they thought they wanted to do. There was no way of stopping kings in other countries from enacting wars if he wasn't in control of them himself. And there wasn't any way of stopping people out on the street bullying people if everyone's turning their eyes away from the event. Upon reaching the age of an adult, he met a wizard by the name of Telith, who promised him power and a plan in order to help him stop all of this pain and suffering in the land. Little did he know that there was an ulterior motive to this plan of Telith's. Telith gave the boy immeasurable power that the boy never knew where it came from, and basically started their plan to control all the kingdoms. And that's basically that's basically Ferlin's story. There isn't a book for Telith.
Am I lagging again?
I don't know, are you?
Oh, thank God I'm not.
Ferlin is Thanos, I feel. This isn't gonna be a remake of Infinity War.
So we know about the artifacts, where they come from, we know what happened between Ferlin and Telith, and what would happen if they get every artifact. Oh boy.
I just dropped a whole lot of plot all over the field.
I think we
And
have
I'm
time.
taking advantage of it.
By the way, when I see the when we get closer to Molten, I will send a message to my father and tell him, on our way to Molten, look for a flying ship. See you there.
So, after saying the message, it takes a few minutes to actually get to Molten, and you do see the whole entire city is on... most of the city is on fire, and when you're looking at it from above, you can see cracks forming in the ground, where red light seems to shine out of it. It seems... which the red light can be assumed to be the volcano beneath it.
Here.
Volcanic eruption.
But if the kingdom was able to build a kingdom on it and hasn't been destroyed in ages, you could safely, and also snow was able to form on the mountain, you can safely assume that the mountain was meant to be, like, it wasn't a volcano for incredibly long. It hasn't been active in years.
We all believe.
Are you ready, kid?
Aye, aye, Captain. Are we doing
What
this
y'all forget is I can drive a boat.
I can drive a boat. Drives it straight into the ground.
I actually do have proficiency.
Ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum bum ba-da-bum.
I got an ocarina. I will sing. He's a pirate while he's piloting it.
So what do you guys want to do as you are over the kingdom and you can see all of this happening?
Did my dad message me back?
Is it time for Leroy
No.
Jenkins?
There was no one answered.
Crap, do I see any familiar face?
You see, like, a bunch from this high up, you can see just a bunch of Minotaurs and a bunch of people who obviously aren't Minotaurs. Some of them panicking, running around, and some of them fighting each other.
Guys, guys, maybe we should land the ship or see what's going on.
Everybody's in a panic. Volcano seems to be erupting. Berlin all written all over it.
Except you guys, if you guys remember, you guys took the artifact from the Kingdom of Molten. The artifact is now in Arius in a cupboard. So, if you guys do think that Tilith is here, what is he after if it's not the artifact?
Wait a minute. Remember that bug monster we were fighting last time we were here?
This one.
Yeah. Remember how it was said to destroy stuff?
Papers, please meme.
Do you think it came back?
It could have.
Probably. It's a possibility. You should have killed it, says Thankful.
Obviously. In fact, I'm pretty sure you did. You threw the bottle behind you.
At least did a lot of damage.
So, with you guys over this kingdom, what do you guys want to do?
Can we get at least lower?
You can get lower, yes. How much lower is up to you. Because if you get too close to the ground, you might end up in line of fire.
Get them within cannon range.
Technically, every range is within... Well, technically it's not, because they're below you.
I think
It's time for the ultimate ability.
You didn't buy the ultimate cannon.
Damn it.
But even if we had the cannon, what do we aim? And Vancouver asks if the Deep 20 is enough to find a good landing place.
In the Kingdom of... Yeah, I did see Fangpru's thing. I just wanted everybody to finish their conversation before I did. Fangpru, with a natural 20, pretty much the whole entire kingdom is able to be landed in some place. You could technically land in the courtyard of the king's palace if you wanted to. But there's like a whole entire stretch of land forward where you could simply just land the ship, and there would be plenty of room to just get off and start running around hitting everybody. There's near the statue where the dungeon is to go down. Yeah, this place is this kingdom's pretty wide. Lots of space.
What does an 18 give me to try and see and handle the current situation that just unfolded?
You want to investigate who's able to handle the current situation?
No, like what's happening down there. I know it's a volcano and people.
Basically, Fangpru, I know that you're landing. I'm just gonna do Leroy's thing first. So, with an investigation, looking down, you can see the Minotaur silhouettes, and you can see a bunch of people just running all over the place. It seems as though the Minotaurs are fighting each other, and there are a couple of humans who are fighting them as well. So there are Minotaurs and humans fighting other Minotaurs.
Looks like Minotaur versus Minotaur.
Crab. Where are they?
Do you believe those humans could be the slavers?
I don't know. Not just my mother. I mean, at least dad and uncle are here as well. And I sent him a message and he didn't answer. I'm worried.
I can cast sending.
So,
Yeah, we tried.
Fangpru, you said to land the ship. You're not right now flying the ship. Digger is. So, Digger, you get advantage on landing the ship
Okay, what
because
do
the
I
captain
roll?
said so.
Guidance.
Roll, I would say roll. It's either strength for steering the wheel or dexterity to maneuver the ship. Just go dexterity.
And I get to apply my proficiency.
Guidance.
So you get proficiency, advantage, and guidance because the captain ordered you to do it. You're proficient with ships, and Mino has guidance. In any case scenario, you land the ship.
Plus 9, plus 1d4. Anything else I need to apply?
I don't think so, unless Leroy wants to use Flash of Genius.
He looks
Okay.
like he can do it.
20. Nat frickin' 20. 33 total.
Okay, so you're a robot, correct?
Yep.
In the back of your mind, you end up saying running simulation Jack Sparrow, and you end up just shouting out da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun as you throw the wheel to the left, and the wheel ends up doing a circular spin as it just like a Beyblade spins down to the ground. It hits the ground spinning, kind of knocking away some of the people who are fighting each other, and then lands perfectly facing towards the kingdom, of which you're not even at the wheel anymore. You're at the front of the ship, just kind of with your hands on your hips, like as if you're the flippin' man, except you're the flippin' robot.
Dang.
It's the equivalent, you are right now the equivalent of badass at the moment.
Roll an 18 if I can see Mino's mom.
You want to try and see if you can find Mino's mom?
Yeah.
Alright, roll perception.
Why am I captain?
You're not the
In all
captain.
directions.
You're not the captain.
But I am the one who's very badass.
True. 23. So, looking around, you can't seem to find Mino's mom. However, you are able to see that the Minotaurs that are fighting the other humans and Minotaurs, they all have the same colors on their right arm, which seems to be the same colors you found in Arius with the Minotaur resistance. Yes, Digger has to be the best pirate we've ever seen. Dun 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 dun.
Digger? That was very scared, but I'm super impressed. And I jump off the boat.
Mino ends up kissing the ground because she was so scared. Yes, flat.
Go up and then kiss the ground.
I'm proud of you, Digger. The captain says he's proud, Digger. Be proud.
For my eye.
I'm having fun.
I run to the nearest fighting people and cast Calm Emotion.
Okay, can you please put the spell Calm Emotion up on screen? Because I want to see if it has any, like, any effects that make it so that it doesn't work. Calm Emotion. You attempt to suppress a strong emotion in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. A creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. If a creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following two effects. You can suppress an effect, causing a target to be charmed or frightened. When this spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes. Right, the duration has not expired. In the meantime, alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. Okay. So I actually need to get my dice out for this.
Yeah, it's a
It's time
charisma
for
saving
a bunch of charisma saves.
So, tell me, what number do I have to save against?
18.
18. So I have to get an 18 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Fangpru got a nat 1 for stealth?
Yes, this time
Is it even possible?
The OP character finally got a nat 1?
If
God, if
only he was a halfling.
If only I still had the collector alive. But anyway, time to roll.
Ow! Thank you.
That is a
Step on my
6,
tail.
so that's a fail. And that's a fail, so they both failed.
Ooh.
So you want to try and make them not feel hostile towards each other.
Okay, okay. What the fuck is going on here?
The person with the Minotaur with the colors on his right arm says, the resistance is here to free all the enslaved Minotaurs. These are imposters meant to trick us by Bandit Leo and stop us from freeing everyone here. We will not fall for their tricks, as he begins to get hostile before. And the other Minotaur, the one without colors on his arm, says, we are not some sort of minor illusion to trick you all. We can speak. We have thoughts. Stop and comprehend what's actually happening around you. And they both seem to get hostile again.
Aren't we all just fighting for random reasons that aren't even right at the moment and should, you know, try to figure out some things before we end up screwing everyone over?
They look at you confused for a second, then look back at each other, and then begin fighting again.
Hey, both of you, stop it.
They immediately stop and look at Mino.
Listen, I know a lot of things happened the last few weeks, but Bandit Leo is dead. We
I
killed
killed
him.
them.
Yes.
Not we killed him, he killed him, right there.
I really did. I quite literally beat him with a shovel.
And he had a
I
bunch
even
of
have the
holes
shovel
shot
right
into him,
here.
and he got chucked into a lava pit.
He's dead, regardless.
I don't have now 1, 2. We killed Bandit Leo. Can I make a check for this 20 persuasion? Okay, so with Fangpru telling them that they did kill Bandit Leo, the dude with the colors on his arm goes, wait, but if you killed Bandit Leo, then that must mean... He looks around at all the Minotaurs attacking one another, and goes, oh crap.
Sorry, Leo. Do you know where my mom is? Where Rosa is?
He turns towards you with a horrified look on his face, and what he says next chills you to the bone. He says, she's fighting your father.
No.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I'm sorry, Leo. I interrupted you.
I was gonna blow my horn and get everybody's attention.
The horn thing is so then you can get the attention of basically the law thing. Like, this is for your city security thing.
Yep. But everybody else can hear it as well.
Yeah, that would be true, but you would mostly just get the attention from the resistant Minotaurs for a second, and then they would just immediately take the opportunity to strike down the other guys.
Anyone have a flare?
Thunderclap to
Fireball.
get everyone's attention. Okay. I will say that you can use Thunderclap to get everyone's attention. However, you will end up hurting people around you. This isn't like a just Thunderclap and the people around you do not take damage. They simply just pay attention. Like, it will follow exactly what the spell does.
Oh wait, let me try something. I mean, that might get their attention, I'm not sure, but I have a spell called Fairy Fire, which manifests, in my case, like 1,000 fairy flies flying around. I'm not sure if that would get their attention.
So, if you can explain to me how that would get all of their attention, then yeah, you can do that.
Basically, Fairy Fire is a spell if a target. Give me a second, put it on the screen. If a target fails a dexterity throw, every attack against it has advantage. But I imagine it for Mino looking like a swarm of fireflies swarming around, and if one fails a dexterity save, the fireflies sit on the weak spots of a creature. My thought process is that a swarm of fireflies might stop them for even if it's just for a moment. Yeah, but it's just a trick.
Okay, so how I'm imagining this would happen is that, alright, so let's say you cast the spell, you put your hand into the air, and the fireflies start shooting up into the sky and going towards people. If you were a random civilian and you saw a bunch of red sparkles going straight into the sky and coming straight towards you, would you think, hell yes, this is awesome, or would you be really scared because you do not know what these things will do to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Stupid idea.
It's not really stupid, it was a good idea, it's just that people would probably most likely run for the hills if they see this. So, it would probably cause more chaos if you actually did it.
Would a gunshot sound get their attention?
Probably yes.
I shoot in the air with my pistol.
A massive shot echoes through the whole entire battlefield, and everyone kind of stops and looks at your small little group.
Everybody, you got it all wrong. I passed the mic to Mino.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Please calm down. We know that there have been some confusions, but Bandit Leroy, sorry, brain. Bandit Leo is dead. He was killed and thrown into a lava pit.
I will try to look for Mino's mother and father. Roll perception. Mino, can you please roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're trying to persuade multiple people at once?
Flash of genius.
It's a 2.
Okay.
11.
You can tell that your persuasion is not working. Some of these Minotaurs don't believe you. But then a familiar person comes up behind you, takes the mic off of you, and immediately starts speaking. She speaks the truth! I saw it with my own eyes as they murdered Bandit Leo.
I don't know why, but I automatically thought of the description of, what's his name, Graham.
For those who do,
Fallout New Vegas.
for those
You
who,
fly through the air and shoot lasers from his eyeball.
for those who do not know who I'm voice acting, it's basically the King of Molten.
Yeah, I know that. It's just like it's eerily similar.
Yeah, I know. I decided to give this guy. I decided to give this king a dude from
man
Overwatch.
voice.
Reinhardt voice. I gave him Reinhardt's voice from Overwatch.
I'm just panicking, just slowly turning around in a panic.
So Fang Pru with a 22 to find Mino's mom and dad. You cannot find them. They are not fighting in the main battle yard.
Shout out. Does anyone know where?
Give me a second.
Rosa.
I first need to roll to see if the king is able to persuade everyone. He has a +2 for charisma, so he's not very charismatic for a level 15.
Yes,
I'm also
Does he have
helping
proficiency in persuasion, like a king should?
14 plus 3.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You can take it off of him, but I think he succeeded.
I got a 24.
All right, what do you want to say to everyone?
He speaks the truth. He may not be smart, but he is very truthful.
He kind of just perks up to what you just said and goes, "Hey!" That's not nice.
But it's true.
Has anyone seen where Rosa and Vartus went?
All the Minotaurs are kind of just looking down, like staring off into space, but then they snap out of it, and they all point towards the kingdom, the castle.
Okay.
Well,
Goodbye.
What's the wording? I make some sort of joke, but it's time to run, and no one dies.
I make some sort of joke and start running.
I'm actually gonna do the joke. Of course, the castle. Every single boss battle ends in the castle. Great.
So, you guys start running towards the castle. Fang Pru, from the roof, you dash to the castle. Fang Pru, from the roof, you are able to see two people fighting on top of the castle.
Okay.
So I'll say around about 5 minutes it takes for you guys to run dashing towards the castle. You guys are straight out of breath apart from Fang Pru and Digger. Digger because he doesn't need breath, and Fang Pru because he's flipping Fang Pru.
Dun 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 dun.
You guys... Hardcore parkour. You guys are like very tired. You cause up to 10 words to form in a part of the sky you can see. The words appear to be made of cloud and remain in place for the spell's duration. The words to spell when the spell ends, a strong wind can disperse the cloud and end this earlier. Leroy, I will tell you that it is windy.
Oh, I was gonna bring the nearest rain clouds and put them over them.
That's not how the spell works.
Yes, but they're technically clouds and they're raining.
They're technically cloud. You cause words to form in the shape of clouds. That doesn't mean that you take a cloud and you form it into words.
Oh.
You literally make a cloud out of nothing. You just wave your hands in the air and words appear.
Think about it how a plane leaves a stripe behind.
So, about 5 minutes for you guys to actually reach the castle. You are now outside the castle. The reason why I'm putting you guys outside the castle is because I know for a fact that you're not going to use the stairs because you guys think that stairs are evil.
Who needs stairs?
So I will allow you to
We
climb
have
up the wall
flying
if you want to.
The ship is on the other side of the kingdom.
Spider climb?
I take the stairs.
Finally! Fang
I
Pru,
have nothing to climb.
Fang Pru and Leroy, I already know they're gonna climb the wall. To be fair, the times
I
we...
can teleport, so that's
But that's only 30 meters, isn't it?
Yeah,
feet
it's like...
first off, and I can cast it more than once.
Are you just gonna waste all your spell slots just teleporting to the top of the castle?
Well, how many feet is it? I might only need 10 of them.
It's more than 60.
as I stated, I might need more. I might not need more than 10 of them.
Okay, then yeah, you can teleport to the top of the castle.
How many do I need? I need to know this.
Roughly about 3.
So I just used all of my second level spells.
So Fang Brew, you climb the castle. Leroy climbs the castle. Mino takes the stairs, and Digger teleports. Either way, you all eventually reach the top of the castle, and you can see Mino's mom and father fighting each other, with the father being on the losing side.
You know what?
I cast calm emotion.
All right, on both of them.
Oh,
All right. I will warn you, though. I'm going to warn you right now. Basically, how that spell works is its alternative spell thing. It swaps how the person feels towards the other person. So people who aren't hostile towards them become hostile. People who are hostile towards them become not hostile. Your father isn't trying to hurt your mother, and that's why he's on the losing side. If you'd use the
I
spell...
have a quick thing to state here. To the contrary,
Yeah,
the second part does not state that.
I'm gonna go back up and read it.
It's
'cause
calm emotion. You can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice. That it is hostile.
Oh, I read the
Indifferent.
I read the different part wrong. Okay, yeah, I'll just roll. I'll just keep my mouth shut and roll. I can't remember how each and every spell works, and I'm bad at reading.
Plus,
so
if
shush.
one dies, I have resurrection.
Stop bandit. Leroy.
I also have aura of life
Okay.
and
So
revivify.
They both fail the thing. Your calm emotions, but your mother is going to use 1 legendary resistance.
I knew it.
Your mother is now going to look towards you and say, "No, I will not fall for your tricks. I know this cannot be true. You will not trick me!" And she goes to attack Mino.
Can I give her a big old bee slap?
I'm gonna cast remove
Pimp
curse.
style? Like pimp style?
At your touch, all curses affect 1 creature or object ends. If the object is curse magic, this has nothing to do with the actual situation.
She's clearly cursed if she believes this.
She believes that someone's using minor illusion or some sort of magic to make her see the people that she loves.
Minor illusion would not. But
No, I mean,
first of all,
forget minor illusion. I know how minor illusion works. I've already read that 100 million times. I used minor illusion against these guys when they were versing T-Lif. But she thinks that someone's using some sort of magic to make her see loved ones that she cares much about to get her to stop fighting Bandit Leo. That's what she thinks.
I rush to her and just, I don't care if she's trying to attack me, I just hug her.
Okay. What type of roll would this be? Alright. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Not saving throw. Dexterity check. And then roll persuasion 1 last time. With advantage.
I'm just letting you know, if this goes wrong, I have banishment.
Is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 for dexterity.
Yes.
Alright.
And
Roll persuasion with advantage.
18 and 12.
Have to go eat.
So
Okay.
it's a 19.
Alright. You hug your mother. And at that moment, time stops around you. Literally, everything slows down. At that moment, the only thing that matters is you and your parental figure who you have not seen since a child. You can still feel that your mother is clenching her warhammer, but not moving. A few minutes go by, and she drops the warhammer and immediately embraces you, whispering into your ear over and over and over again, "I'm sorry I left you. I had no choice. Please forgive me."
No, I know. It's okay. You really did the right thing.
She begins to cry. You can tell that she's crying, not because you're looking at her, because your head is buried into her shoulder, but because you can feel her wet tears dropping onto the back of your neck.
I grab her face and hug her again, and it's okay. Everything is good.
After saying that, you begin to be hugged by someone else behind you, which as you turn around to look, it's your father, and basically you're having a massive family hug.
I missed you guys.
They both say together, "We miss you too." Your mother and father then look at each other. A few seconds go by. They kiss. Long emotional kiss. I'm not describing it.
Mino looks away, embarrassed.
Then you all separate. And when she takes a second to get out of her rage, she then says, "Wait. How was I able to touch you? How was I able to touch you if you're an illusion?"
Not. And I take her hand and put it on my face.
"Wait. If you're not an illusion, and you're real," she points at you and your father, and she turns around and points at all of the Minotaurs that they were fighting, "and they're not illusions. Oh God." She then walks towards the edge of the castle walls and just sits on the edge, looking at the massive battlefield.
I take her hand and pull her back up. Come, we can make this right. Also, I want you to meet my friends.
Upon saying that, another familiar voice is heard coming up the castle stairs. It is your uncle shouting out, "Wait, stop the fighting, please! I got a message from your daughter." Oh. It's already done?
Hi, Uncle. I pull him into a hug as well.
Ah! My back!
Sorry.
It's fine. I think this was needed.
Come. Mom, you haven't met my friends yet.
She takes your hand and immediately starts walking over to the group.
Mom. Where's Leroy?
Leroy, can you please roll stealth?
Oh no, I'm not doing it stealth.
You have to do a stealth roll in order for them to not know where you are. You can't just sneak away without doing a stealth roll.
Wait, wouldn't I get advantage since they...
Yes, you would get advantage, yes.
Flash of Genius?
If you want, sure.
19?
Alright, so you are able to sneak away without anybody knowing where you are. Is Mr. Cuddles with you?
He was always on the ship.
Okay. So yeah, Mino, you don't know where Leroy is.
Mom, this is dear Frank Prue, and Leroy is, I'm afraid, currently missing. And this little one is David. He points to the crow.
David speaks up and says, "Hello, lovely to meet you." Your mother smiles and tears begin to run down her face once again, and she says, "Hello, it's lovely to meet you all. Thank you for being friends with Mino and being there while I wasn't."
They're great people. They see us as just us, not as monsters.
A few minutes go by and a couple of introductions later, and basically the party that you guys had before you left Molten happens all over again, except this time the Minotaurs of the Resistance and the Minotaurs who were enslaved, they're all giving each other massive hugs. They're all, like, greatly overjoyed by the fact that these Minotaurs were able to be freed sooner than when they could have. Your mother and father are sitting hand in hand on a chair in their own little section, just kind of catching up on moments past. Leroy is just having a depression walk. The king is so far stuffing his face once again. And basically, massive happy party. You guys can tell me what you are doing in the party before I continue.
Besides catching up with my parents, I pull at least Digger and Frank Prue, since Leroy is here. I pull both of them into a hug. Thank you, all of you. And I pull them into a hug with my parents as well.
So, in the middle of all the massive amounts of hugging, the party is interrupted by an earthquake. No, simply the ground shaking and shifting, and then it rests. As food fall off the table, and people fall when they have been dancing, completely thrown off balance from the shaking of the earth, and as it stops, everyone has the exact same expression on their face. What the hell was that?
Did it happen before? We saw some cracks forming in the mountain.
We have experienced these cracks too. They started developing after you guys left the kingdom. However, this is the first time that the ground has shook. Actually leaves me a little bit worried.
Yeah, I might want to check it out. Where is Leroy? I sent Leroy a message.
Leroy, wherever you are, you feel the shake in the ground too.
Not caring anymore. Currently having a mental crisis.
Leroy? I sent a message.
You look at Mino. You look around for Leroy, but then you hear something that you think will lead you to where Leroy is. You hear the distant sound of, "I walk these empty streets along the boulevard of broken dreams." You just hear the song of Boulevard of Broken Dreams playing somewhere outside the kingdom.
I excuse myself and just check up on him.
Okay. Sorry, Leroy, but I had to do that. That was I couldn't help it. So, upon following the sad tune, you see Leroy walking outside in the snow. Leroy, you can tell Mino what she sees as you're walking.
She just sees like a broken down man with the most tattered and destroyed cape.
Hey, what's wrong?
Memories full of pain and torture. Regret.
I just pull him into a hug and hold him. And gently pet his back, just trying to make him comfortable. I'm sorry.
What brings you back? What brings you here?
You mean to Molten or to this adventure? Or...
You need to explain your question because it doesn't make sense. Do you mean why is she here in Algerath, or what brought her outside of the kingdom from the party?
From the kingdom and the party. The party, I mean.
I was worried. Since the fight I had with Frank, you seemed a bit distant. And I just wanted to see if you're okay, since you now completely disappeared.
Just started to realize. When a certain finishes, what will I go out? Return to? Family? None. Friends? They've moved on. Work? Regret.
Well, now I'm a bit insulted. I'm your friend. And oh my god, that might sound so cheesy.
It's fine, be cheesy. This is supposed to be a story.
All the cheese. Well, now I feel a bit insulted. You're my friend. And you know why I came on to this crazy adventure for you guys? Risking my own life. Because, you know, when we met at the library,
Yeah, I remember.
you guys being a Minotaur, being a monster for some people is not easy. From when I was small, there were at least some people that were scared of me just because of what I am. But in that library, in that moment when you literally ran into me, I saw no fear, no judgment in all of you. You just saw me, not a Minotaur, not a monster, not the just me. And it's been, I barely remember the last time someone just looked at me with like that. And that's why I'm here, because I wanted to get to know you, all of you, to be your friend. And after what we have been through, facing giants and elemental creatures and gods, it feels like you guys are my friends, my teammates, a part of my family. My family doesn't end with Imba, Sura, or my biological parents. It extends to you all. To you, to Fang, to Digger, to Nimble, to Lempton. And I'm worried about you.
Leroy, upon Mino saying those words, you remember a few moments ago when you said you had no one to return to when this is all over. And a bunch of faces flash into your mind, not just your party members. The faces that flash into your mind, the maid who you gave your house to look after, the king of Molten, who you shared many laughs with, Dr. Ignition from the Kingdom of Technology, who helped you guys on your journey, and then your house, which you once called home, which you could possibly call it again, and then your teammates, Mino, Digger, Fang, Limpton, and Nimble, standing together, waiting for you to join them.
It's all good. You notice you're too weak to protect those smiles. You're too weak to protect them. You're a loser. You'll be forgotten. Just like
No. No one here will be forgotten. And I take Lyra's head and look at him and hug him again. One might not be strong enough alone, but that's why we are here, to protect not just ourselves, to protect each other. And I think we have proven that, well, time and time again. You aren't alone. No one of us will be forgotten. We all together have changed so many things in this kingdom, in all the kingdom. Just look around you, and I point to the surrounding Minotaurs. Then do you think they will really forget the people that freed them? That the person that shot an already dead Leo to bits.
Well, I can never be too sure if something's dead or not. Well, up till now, I've just known one single thing: revenge and hatred. I just noticed all of that just now.
Leroy, Mino, can you please tell me what your passive perception is?
Okay. 1 second. Mouse. 20.
19?
My passive perception is 20.
Oh, okay. Leroy, what's your passive perception?
I'm looking.
By the way, I hope I'm not too quiet.
It's fine. It's like this was meant to be a this is meant to be a sad moment, or not sad moment. It's meant to be a emotional moment. So this quietness kind of falls into that. $16. Okay, you both succeed. Mino by a flippin' landslide. So, in the middle of the conversation, Leroy, Mino, something out the corner of your eye grabs your attention. And Mino, when you see this man, literal shock, horror, fear, all of the emotions somehow join together to cause you to shake in your boots, if you were wearing boots.
Nope.
You see someone, and when you see him, you remember that one moment where Bandit Leo was smashing you constantly in the face, punching you constantly. And that same fear you felt then is shown now as you see what seems to be Bandit Leo himself watching you from an alleyway. His cold, white eyes staring deep into both your souls. His skin looked like way past rotting. The bullet holes that Leroy left still there. He then disappears into the alleyway.
Leroy? I grab his hand and I grab Leroy's hand and run in the direction.
Fang, while that is happening, Fang Pru, Digger, you're still within the castle, kind of dealing with everyone worrying how on earth the earth just started shaking. Everyone's kind of shocked by what happened. Did you reroute the lava after we stopped Leo? Asked the king. No, we didn't think that it was necessary, considering that nothing actually changed. All you did was go down there and defeat a monster. The lava should have been completely unchanged. Mino Dad was rerouting the lava down there. Now that he stopped, it's beginning to build up. Well, if that's the problem, I have the perfect solution. He spins around, pointing at multiple Minotaurs who have been working in the kingdom of Molten, and also a couple of soldiers who you know specifically man cannons in to the castle in case they need to fire cannons out of the castle to attack people. You four, come with me. I have a very explosive plan. Don't blow it up. Big kaboom. Upon saying don't blow anything up, he's already gone. So, at this moment where the king is gone to go and solve the lava problem, you notice that Mino and Leroy are nowhere to be found. Digger, you notice this too.
I mean, I probably excused myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you have been gone for a while. This is why I'm saying that they noticed it. Please, everyone, will you follow me to safety before we all die a horrible death? The group chatter amongst themselves and then begin following you. Digger, are you with us?
Can it be that he is still eating?
Yeah, I guess I'll just have to... I go out and stop marching. Okay. You're just marching with every single person in the kingdom to outside the kingdom walls. You can tell me where you decide to march towards while I continue with Mino and Leroy, as your story seems to be one way.
Do I see Mino just like shocked and pale?
Yes, but basically Mino grabbed your hand and is right now running with you after the image you saw of Bandit Leo.
Wait, I saw the image too?
Yes, you saw the image too. I said both of you passed the passive perception.
Oh, I was gonna say if I didn't see it, I was just gonna try to stop Mino, slap Mino, and just tell him, it looked like you've seen a ghost.
Because I saw one. Oh, I did it.
I'm back.
Digger, basically, while Mino and Limpton T were out of the party, you were still in the party, so you didn't see this, but they saw what seemed to be Bandit Leo. And right now, Fang is leading everyone out of the castle to the ship because the king is off to go and solve the lava building up underneath the mountain problem.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Mino?
I think I saw a ghost. I don't know. I saw Leo.
Well, whatever it is, it's just an apparition.
Do you remember what happened in the Kingdom of Freedom?
You mean that with the zombies or with the wind elementals or both?
The first one.
Yeah. Gonna fucking kill this guy again.
I mean, we probably can.
Digger,
Explosive.
you weren't here to verse the Collector. And you were not here to verse T-Lith and Sephiroth. You have no idea what I'm capable of now.
Let's just say, don't give him any ideas.
I'm essentially dangerous now because I used to not make bosses that actually did anything, and now all of a sudden everyone's scared of me.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, Fang asks where Mino and Leroy are. Sorry.
A couple of the Minotaurs talk amongst themselves, trying to see where they went. 2 or 3 of them point towards an alleyway. So, Mino, Leroy, and I'll say Digger, where are you actually going? Because you went into the alleyway, but
Do I see anything where he might have went or
you see a couple of
I don't know.
you see a couple of footprints leading to the left.
Leroy?
I'm going to the ship to bring Big Bertha.
They begin to start making their way onto the ship. I'm talking to Fangbrew.
I go and help Leroy. I don't want to be alone with him.
Mm-hmm. So, Leroy, what were you doing? You're off to go and get Big Bertha.
Yep, and the mech that I tried to repair again, which I succeeded.
Alright. You go and get that. So now what? What is your plan now that you have gone and gotten that? Yes, you meet up, Fangpur, you do meet up with them.
I may be weak, but I got science, baby.
With the power of science, I shall win this fight.
So everyone prepares and we go back to the alley.
Mm-hmm. Leroy, Mino, kick. Okay, the ship thing could go very bad.
Just to Fang what we saw.
Alright. Fang, they tell you that they saw what seemed to be, Bandit Leo.
We shouldn't announce it out loud. I don't want to have a panic. I saw him. I'm sure I did. And there were footprints. I can't leave now. Not if he is still alive.
Okay, but the
Whatever
town might
he is,
explore.
Probably not alive.
Especially not if he's... especially can't let him be undead. I'm a cleric. We are
It might
clerics.
be worse than undead. He might have went straight to hell and came back
And we will send him back.
again.
Yes.
So,
Feels like we might need to destroy his soul
so
rather than his
you guys, you guys head back to the king, us about to try to explode lava.
Since you said the king is going to explode something,
Upon
say I might cope with it.
upon Leroy saying that, you guys can hear the sound of rock being smashed, coming from behind the kingdom, behind the castle.
Someone used an HM move.
Now, I'm not saying that was just one bang. I'm saying that it's multiple bangs. Like,
I was trying to be funny.
as if someone is punching the ground.
Don't tell me he's attempting to literally fight back the lava flow.
Maybe he's making a tunnel.
If
Trench.
he's literally just punching it, I will both be impressed and astounded by both his stupidity and bravery.
I mean, if he is able to redirect the lava flow, maybe it will decrease the pressure.
Alright, so you guys are currently in the alleyway where you saw Bandit Leo going towards 2. There are footprints leading to the left. What do you do? This isn't a moment of being silent time. This is a moment of tell me what you're doing time.
I just can't leave like that. I will go.
Are you going to follow the footprints?
Yes.
Alright. As you follow the footprints, it takes a while for you to actually get to the destination they were going towards. It leads towards the dungeon entrance that you went into, where you first went to go and verse the hive.
Let's go down.
Fang Crew, you sneak up to them. Roll stealth. Please get another natural 1.
I'm on guard from now on.
Not because I want you to fail at this point, but just because I really like finally seeing you fail at something. You're way too invincible.
I am way
I
too
will-
alert.
26. Okay. You did good at stealth. So, basically, you guys see the footprints. You guys see the footprints lead into the dungeon entrance. Leroy, what are you investigating?
I don't want nobody else to sneak up on me.
That's a perception, not a...
Oh, sorry.
That's a perception, not investigation.
I will let Feng Poo go
Never mind, I
ahead.
got a nat 1.
You trip over, your head immediately gets stuck into the snow, and you basically look like an emu that got scared of its surroundings and smashed its head into the ground.
Also, what does a 27 on investigation go for any clues on Bandit Leo?
You can see that, judging by the shoe size and also the weight that you know that Bandit Leo would probably weigh, chances are this is definitely where Bandit Leo went. But it looked like he was dragging his feet.
Guys, I may have fallen on my face, but I found a clue.
I
You guys can hear a
by the
muffling.
neck and set him up again.
You guys hear a muffling of his head being in the snow, but saying that.
I pull Leroy out of the snow. Pet him clean.
Leroy, you're currently being held by Mino, just kind of dazed a little bit from your head being in snow.
Anyways, about this clue. It doesn't look like he's walking like a normal being.
Fang Pru, you entered the cave without anybody noticing.
He looks more of an undead. The walking pattern. Looks like he's brainless.
Yes. I would have thought so as well. Well, I can't see Frank Pro, so I guess he walked ahead again. Shall we enter?
Yeah, but take caution. Remember the last time? We
Yes.
don't want another fight Minotaur.
So, will you
This
guys enter
time.
the cave?
Guess we enter.
Alright.
Sorry about that.
You all enter
I
the...
was being yelled at because apparently me spending any amount of money. I didn't! Now leave me alone about it!
I feel as though that's a moment that I should not have recorded.
You can cut it out.
Yeah, I can. I just want to make sure.
The magic of editing.
Yes. The magic of hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of editing.
I mean, you can write down the current timestamp, so what time it is at your place, and you just need to look.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the task bar recorded.
That should be
Hey.
over.
Alright.
You okay?
Yeah, you
Don't
good?
leave me alone, I won't be.
Are you ready to continue?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So, you guys all enter the entrance to the dungeon. Fang Priore went on ahead, so basically whatever I describe now, he has already seen. Yeah, 30 minutes left. As you guys walk down the dungeon, the same walls that seem to have some bricks sort of extended out of it. The same torches that led all the way down to the bottom of the dungeon. Everything pretty much looks the same, however, some of the bars that were on the walls are broken, sort of snapped off. Some of the rocks have decayed from the last time that you saw. And as you reach the bottom of the dungeon, the room where you versed the hive, you see Fang Pro standing in front of you, looking at whatever is left of Bandit Leo.
So we see Bandit Leo
Yes. As you look.
flaming strike.
All right, just give me a second because I need to get my notes out.
I wanted to do that since the alleyway. I didn't get the chance to do it, but I will turn him into toast.
So, you are doing that spell against Bandit Leo. Is it a roll to hit, or is it a dexterity save, or what?
Thanks.
Dexterity save. Okay, then yeah, I
wait.
definitely need his stats.
Give me a second. Flaming strike. Yeah, that's a dex save.
D&D stuff. Da-da. Alright, so let's see. Alright, dexterity. He is also... Okay, so... Nah.
I should be fine now.
20. Non-natural 20, dirty 20.
Okay, he takes half damage.
Okay,
But that's 15 fire damage and 14 radiant damage, and that half. So 12 both. So 12 fire and 12 radiant damage.
Okay. Just give me a second. Alright. So, I'm just gonna put in the stats for this guy.
By the way, Fang would have sneaked before Bandit Leo would have seen him and rolled a 20,
Okay, cool.
32.
So,
32.
how much fire damage did it do?
12.
So, 12. 6. And then radiant damage?
Oh, yes, also 12.
Okay. Alright. At that moment, can everyone please roll initiative?
Oh, let me see if I can prepare a spell for the barrel of doom.
6.
I mean, at least you aren't the last one, Leroy.
24.
To Fang, Digger, Leroy, and Mino.
Actually, I just realized I have to... fudge. Don't worry about the initiative. We'll roll initiative next session because this is the set part where I'm supposed to end.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I apologize. I have to end it. I have to end it now. It's in my notes. This is the part where I'm supposed to leave it on a cliffhanger. So I'm not supposed to tell you that, but whatever. So as you guys get ready to fight Bandit Leo, the inside of the volcano begins to shake again. Lava begins to splurt out onto the battlefield and then just kind of dissolve back into the lava pool around you. And you guys hear a familiar buzzing. Except this time, part of the wall actually bursts out, rocks falling into the lava, causing the lava to rise a bit. And in its place, the hive that you fought before comes flying out of the walls and forms the dragon figure that you fought once before. Except where the wall bursted, you see this pulsing ooze kind of just falling out of it, frothing at the mouth, eyes wide, kind of like a spider, able to see multiple areas of the wall. It looks horrid. This is literally a monster. There are no words to describe what this thing is apart from the name. The mother has now joined the battle.
Looks like experiment number 3 worked out perfectly.
And as you guys are ready to deal with what's left of Bandit Leo, the hive, and the mother, that's where this session will end for today.
Oh, I really wanted to
I apologize. I wanted to get what my plan was, that you guys were going to fight Bandit Leo for a while and then this was going to happen, but hey, I have to follow my notes. Can we cut to see how David is dealing with the people on the boat with the time left? I'm not allowed to tell you guys what you cannot see, so c'est la vie. So now I ask the usual question of, what did you guys enjoy about this session? What did I do well?
Well, you did great. I got interrupted.
I mean, that's fine. It's okay getting interrupted, and like I've said multiple times, you can leave early if you ever feel like it. It's like not mandatory that you have to stay.
I'm scared of my mom. She's fucking legendary resistance.
Would you like to know how many I've given your mom?
Wait,
How many legendary resistances?
5.
Yes, I've given your mother 5 legendary resistances. You guys were meant to fight her. There was meant to be a small battle.
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
we did say we're gonna get political on blank.
It was meant to be a small battle with your mother, and then after a while she realizes. But instead, you guys talked it out. You took the Undertale route.
Yep. You cut a lot of description on stuff, I feel like. On stuff, I feel like.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's just like one of the things I just really didn't want to describe. It was like I didn't feel like I needed to describe Mino's mom and dad having a makeout sesh. I don't think I needed to describe that. I don't think that was needed. Um, but it's like at some point when you describe something, the problem with molten is that not much has changed apart from the cracks in the ground, and the fire and buildings on fire. Not much has changed. So it's kind of hard to explain things when they're no different from the last time you've seen them. There's only so many times that I can say it looks the exact same as how you left it. It looks the exact same as how you left it. It looks the exact same as how you left it. There's only so many times I can say that.
Yeah. Let's just say Leroy's really pissed.
About
Leo. And everything returning back.
I felt bad when I came because I knew what the second story of Molten was gonna be before you guys even got to Molten, and I felt bad because as soon as you defeated Leo the first time and he got thrown into the lava pit, I was like, I feel so bad because they're saying that they know that he's gonna get brought back to life, and I know that he is gonna get brought back to life technically, but. You guys were constantly like, oh, he's going to get chucked into lava and we're going to have to verse him again. He's going to get brought back, I know this. And you guys were 100% correct.
Let's just say I'm gonna make Big Bertha 1 times bigger than it is. One object size bigger than it already is.
I'm just waiting for you to use that potion that you don't know what it will turn you into. I'm just waiting for you to use that potion.
Omega Boom or Potion.
But yeah, apart from the fact that I didn't describe things as well as I should have, was there anything else that I should have done better this session?
I liked our Mino and Leroy's talk.
Well, of course. I wasn't expecting you guys to have this talk, but hey, emotional scenes come at really weird times, I guess.
And it got
I'm gonna
interrupted.
go.
Pun?
Oh, okay. Digger goes.
Oh, okay. I hope you enjoyed the session, Digger.
I tried. Y'all have a good day.
Same to you.
Bye.
I want to point out the turns of events where you guys, apart from Leroy, you guys were in the castle having a party. The earth shook, so you went outside and had an emotional talk with Leroy. You know, just the entire earth shook. Earthquake happened on top of a mountain that is over lava. Nothing to worry about. Let's have an emotional talk. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying the timing is weird. Earth starts shaking. Let's have an emotional talk about people's personalities.
I kind of was, Mino was kind of worried about Leroy before, and then the ground shook and he was still nowhere to be found. And then seeing him sit down, he cares about Leroy. He cares about all of you. And he just felt like he had to tell Leroy that.
You hear that?
Like-
Mino cares about the narrator of the story who doesn't exist.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna
I mean-
say, Leroy kept being depressed. He might end up.
So, what was everybody's favorite part of this session? Like, what was the part where they raveled in? I have a feeling that Mino's was just the emotional talk with Leroy, or the mother and dad meeting
Yeah.
again.
Both-
Either one.
Both.
Leroy, what was your favorite part of this session?
You singing.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
Yes.
Hell yes. Half asleep, my brain doesn't see more bad stuff. Well, I hope that will be the case when you do get some sleep. And I do agree with Mino. Get some sleep. 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 I'm gonna end the video now anyway.
Bye, YouTube.
Alright, so that was this session of Tales of Algerath. Our adventurers have just stopped a massive war between the resistant Minotaurs trying to fight for Minotaur freedom and the kingdom that has already been saved by the Minotaur from Minotaur enslavement. However, because of this, they have now wandered in on an old foe. Except he should be dead. What happened? Why is this foe alive? And what mysteries will be shown in the next episode? I have zero flipping clue, but I'm really excited to do the next episode because I've been working on this for a while. I just hope that Leroy doesn't kamikaze bomb it all again. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did like it, please hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button to see more awesome and amazing videos that are just like this one right here. And please tell me what you think of Tales of Algerath. Who is your favorite character? What is your favorite part of the story? And what do you think is going to happen next? I'm very curious to see what you think, how you think the story will evolve. Anyway, thanks again for watching. This has been your humble Dungeon Master. Say goodbye, my lovely adventurers.
Bye.
Goodbye then.
And Fang Pru will say goodbye. This game is over.